Hi everyone, I'm MacKenzie with the Beaverton City Library. I am here at the Murray Shoals branch in my office, and I am going to talk about a bunch of books that you might be interested in reading during your next school break. So I've got about 10 books for grades K to 2 and about 10 books for grades 3 to 5. So I'm not going to say a lot about each one because I want to get through all of them pretty quickly. Okay, so here we go. For our beginner readers, I have Fox at Night by Tabor. Very cute, very sweet. There is a twist at the end, and if you like this one, there are a few other Fox books by this author. Next, for graphic novels, we have Narwhal, Unicorn of the Sea. The first book in the Narwhal and Jelly series. I think there are about 6 right now. And it's just a lot of fun. It's very silly. It's very cute. It's very funny. Yeah, they're pretty great. Next, we have We Dig Worms by Kevin McCloskey. So this is actually a nonfiction graphic novel, and you get to learn fun facts. Like, for example, did you know that worms have 5 pairs of hearts? I didn't know that. Fun fact. All right, next up for early readers, we have Training Day. This is by Raul III, and it's his new series called El Toro and Friends. And Toro is a wrestler who's training, doesn't want to do the training, but eventually does and feels so much better about it. I love these books, and I love this author and illustrator because the illustrations are just so colorful and so fun. Next up, if you're just starting to read chapter books, just starting, Yasmin. This series is by Saadia Faruqi. This one is called Yasmin and Friend. There's a whole bunch of books in the series, like Yasmin the Scientist and the Gardener and the Artist, and there's a whole bunch. But if you are just starting to look for chapter books, this is a great place to start because it has 3 chapters. All right. So yeah, this one's just about Yasmin learning how to be friends with these 2 kiddos. Next, you might have heard of this one. Weird but true. 350 outrageous facts from National Geographic. So we have these in our nonfiction and also in our series section. This is the first one. You don't have to read the books in any order. I mean, the book itself, you also don't have to read in order. You can just like flip through and see what kind of facts look interesting for you. Like, for example, dolphins can hear sounds underwater from 15 miles away. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. All right, diving deeper, a little deeper into chapter books, we have Mayhem. She is a superhero. This is the first book in the series by Kara West. And not just 3 chapters, not just 5 chapters. We got 10 chapters here. All right, solidly into chapter books. So yeah, she learns she's a superhero and her parents are superheroes, and it explains a lot about what she can do. More nonfiction. Who would win? This is the ultimate showdown. It is 5 books in one. So usually these are little tiny skinny paperbacks, but this is a nice hardback that doesn't get lost between the books. You'll find these in our nonfiction and also in our early readers, and it's just like pitting these animals against each other. So like polar bear versus grizzly bear, and great white versus hammerhead, and so on and so on. So very fun, lots of information packed into it. Another nonfiction, MacKenzie. That's right. You should meet Kids Who Are Saving the Planet. So this is like a biography. It's by Laurie, Calkhoven, and it's just a little bit of information about these kids and what they're doing to save the planet. But as you can see, it's getting more wordier. We still have pictures. We have a lot more words on the page. Okay. Last but not least, for K to 2, we have The Chicken Squad by Doreen, Cronin. This is the first in this series called The First Misadventure. And if you like mysteries, this is for you because there are these cute chickies who solve mysteries. And don't worry, we still have illustrations throughout and nice big print. All right. Okay, that's for you, K to 2. On to grades 3 to 5. We have Fortunately the Milk by Neil Gaiman. This is a very silly book. You can read it yourself. It's also a fun read aloud. It's got dinosaurs. It's got hot air balloons. It's got dad getting the milk. And he's telling the story to his kids, I want to say over breakfast, and it just gets more and more ridiculous and more funny. All right, if you like science and you like graphic novels, Science Comics is for you by Andy Hirsch. I grabbed the Rocks and Minerals one, but there are so many different topics, like bats, like plagues. I think there's a brain one, and others. There's so many others. So, lots of fun. Now, if you like sweet and cute graphic novels, The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This one is for you. So it's about this world where there are tea dragons, and they're so cute. I want to say this one is chamomile, and each one has its own personality. Fantasy. This is one of my favorites, The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I love any sort of middle grade fantasy by Kelly Barnhill. Just a heads up, she has a new book coming out soon, if it's not quite out yet. It's called The Ogress and the Orphans. I was able to get my hands on it before it became officially published, but it's also so good. Also a little bit of like fantasy, a little bit of magic trickled in. Now, if you like funny realistic, Gordon Korman is usually my go-to recommendation, and Ungifted specifically is one I always turn to, but it's usually not on the shelf because it's usually checked out and somebody is hopefully enjoying it. So very silly, very funny. Highly recommend. Now, if you're into murder mysteries, I really like 3 Times Lucky by Sheila Turnage. So if you can handle a little bit of murder, highly recommend. And if you're looking for an audiobook, I really like the audiobook for this one because it's got like a southern twang to it because it's set in the South. Next up is Chomp by Carl Hiaasen. If you like a little bit of survival in your books, this one's for you. I want to say they're filming like a realistic or reality television show and things go wrong. Shocker. So it ends up being a little silly, a little mystery solving. It's a lot of fun. Next one up is by Rebecca Steed or Rebecca Stead. This is her newest one, The List of Things That Will Not Change. If you're okay with books that might make you cry, highly recommend. This one's really good. Getting close to the end, we've got Snapdragon by Kat Lee or Kat Lay. So it says you can find friends in the strangest places. So it has a little bit of supernatural mixed in, and also it has some LGBTQ characters. It's a fantastic graphic novel. I like it a lot, a lot. Finally, you might have read the crossover by Kwame Alexander. The book is written in verse. Did you know there is now a graphic novel? Kwame Alexander turned the crossover into a graphic novel. So if you like sports, if you like graphic novels, this one is for you. All right. Thanks everyone for listening, and I hope you found a new book to read over your break from school. Bye everyone.